Choose from 4 preset offers that range in level of risk.
Tonight, from MetLife Stadium.
The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So here come the Patriots to take over for the first time, led out by the rookie, the third overall pick back in April out of UNC, and that's Drake May.
And a good start out of the gate. 2 games played, teams at 1-1, and he's played about as well as you expect a rookie quarterback to play. But what's been emphasized on the team and by the head coach, everyone else, raise your level around him and help this young man along.
Douglas, the man in motion. Play action. May. Open man is Kendrick Bourne. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 16 yards on the game's first play and a quick first down. They'll run it. This is Ramondre Stevenson. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5. Now the rushing numbers for Stevenson from last week, pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard. So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
Now a pass here caught by Hunter Henry. Charles, Thursday night game. I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
So on 4th down, here's Bryce Behringer on to punt for the Patriots. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. So here come the Jets for their initial possession of the game. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
And he ought to have a lot of pep in his step after last week's performance because he did exactly as you want him to play if you're a coach. 3 touchdown passes, 0 interceptions, which usually means you're making a lot of right decisions out there.
And got him the win. Now a first down throw. Fields. His pass complete to Ruckert. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. Well, taking a look at Hall's numbers from a week ago. 12 carries, 52 yards.
And now that he's playing a Thursday night game, short week, you know he spent a lot of time in the trainer's room in the cold tub trying to get his legs back for this game.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. On the ground, it's the rookie from Wisconsin. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. The Jets at 2-0 here to begin the season, and they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
From the 50, here's Fields. They'll roll him out right. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first. Well, Charles, did it seem like to you that maybe they were a little worried about his running prowess there? Because everybody kind of froze when he got outside the pocket, and they were able to throw it for the first down.
Absolutely, and you work all week getting ready for a game, and you know that the potential is there for him to run it, but you better take care of those receivers downfield. They can hurt you first.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. This defense for the Patriots, much improved from week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game, and I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one, but 7? That seems almost impossible, but we watched it happen.
Hall again on 2nd down. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A big run there, 29 yards and a first. You were telling me this yesterday. That's exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big...
And this time he is in. Breece Hall, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Jets put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. Zerline good with a PAT. And that makes the score 7-0. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it was capped off by a Breece Hall touchdown run. On the return, Marcus Jones from the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And they go play action with May. He'll let this go deep for Bourne. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off. And the Jets will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. Straight ahead is Hall. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. 4th-round guy, and many thought that's about where he would go, but I think he's got some upside, right?
He can come right in and be what they call a core special teams player, play on all 4 phases of it, and have a chance to work his way into the lineup. I think a year or two down the road, they could have a solid starter.
They added a lot of talent to a roster that really needed an infusion of youth. They got a very good infusion of youth.
And they didn't really reach to get anyone as well. They stuck to their draft philosophy, got the best players they could at the time they were drafting, and inserted them into their lineup.
Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
If you're looking for glory, looking to get your name in the headlines, you do not want to play nose tackle. But how about what we just saw there? The ability to hold people up, take on extra blocks, and actually slip them and make a tackle on that play. That's big time.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Fields. And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. 4th down. Zerline's kick is up and through. And that will extend their lead even further. So another scoring drive there, Charles, and an early 2-score lead.
You'd like the 6 there, partner, but you'll take the 3, and I think they have to be happy about the way they moved the ball in these first 2 drives. they have to feel good about their opportunities the rest of the game.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best of the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. They run once more with Stevenson. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. From the gun, it's May. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Henry. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
On play action, May. That's complete. Demario Douglas with it.
And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 30. 23 yards the pickup there.
2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
Stevenson now on 1st and 10.
He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score.
Here's 2nd and 4 from the 24. Throwing here is May.
They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early.
Well, obviously, they never want to see penalties on that defense, but this one, a little bit more significant there on the downfield pass play.
And coaches preach it all the time. You can't put yourself in that kind of position if you're the defender. You've got to stay in a spot far downfield where you can...
And he is in. Touchdown, New England.
Ramondre Stevenson with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Patriots have cut it back within a score. Carlson's extra point up and good.
And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. The kicking unit out for the Patriots as they send this one away.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The New York set to take the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Fields. And he completes it to Wilson. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player, and they've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Through the flag usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always, always making sure no one's holding.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Patriots take over. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Short pass caught by Henry. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1.
2nd down and 4. Here's May. Right back to Henry, and Henry's got it again.
Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
3rd and 2. To throw, it's May.
He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. The Jets are going to use the 1st of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside. Here's Bryce Behringer on now to punt.
There'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10.
Breece Hall helped leading out this offense for another series.
It may just be the 2nd quarter, but he's in his zone, well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books, but it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it.
Yeah, he's made the most of it to this point. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
From the gun, here's Fields.
Caught by Wilson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Fields now to throw. And that one a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10. To throw is Fields.
And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Fields throwing again.
And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
And he'll let this go deep for Lazard.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So we've hit halftime here at MetLife Stadium with the home team, the Jets, leading this one. As we'll send you down the coast.
No break needed. Let's get back to it. Week 3, here we go with quarter 3.
A good, tight football game thus far. 10-7 the score as we resume action on EA Sports.
This will be fielded in the end zone, but he'll decide against bringing it out, so they'll take over at the 30. So here are the Jets now to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Second half starts with a run by Hall. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 62 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 4 yards the pickup, first down. On play action, Fields sliding out of the pocket. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip.
Breaks the tackle, now an alley.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
That good for 22 and a first down. Thought they were going to have him down a lot earlier, but he was able to shed that tackle.
Shows the value of the weight room, doesn't it? Shows the value of the attitude when you run the football. Don't go down easily. Break a few tackles, gain some additional yardage.
So again from the 39, this time from the other side of the field. Here's 1st and 10. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Davis. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure you're back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
He'll buy some time right. Airs it out toward the corner of the end zone. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets.
Garrett Wilson.
His 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Jets add 6 to their lead.
That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because...
And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown. Down after the video review, so they had it right.
Now Zerline on and the extra point.